7-2 run with complimentary plays since last Monday after taking a split yesterday, losing with the Cavaliers, cashing in with the Red Sox on the run line. And I've got a complimentary play coming up on tonight's game between Golden State and San Antonio. Now, I had the Warriors as a best bet on Saturday. It was a top-rated 15-dime best bet to start the NBA postseason. Unfortunately, I could not make it two in a row yesterday as my 15-dime best bet on the Rockets. We're lucky to win the damn game against Minnesota. Rockets once again showing you they cannot play defense. Lucky to win the game because if Karl Anthony Towns had scored more than 8 points, Timberwolves could have escaped with the win. Rockets yesterday couldn't hit the broadside of the barn from three-point range. They needed James Harden and his 40-plus points to rescue them down the stretch so they could hold off the T-Wolves in that game. Strange day for the playoffs. You saw that Milwaukee-Boston game. No reason for the Celtics to win that game, being shorthanded, but they certainly did pull it out in overtime. How about the Cavaliers? Just another simple, apathetic performance by Cleveland. You saw two teams playing yesterday, but only one playing as a team, that being the Pacers. You saw the dysfunctional family known as the Cavaliers, led by LeBron, who did not look that engaged, if you ask me, in the fourth quarter yesterday, or really for most of that game. A dysfunctional team that didn't play as a team, and a young Pacers team that played with chemistry, played as a unit on the floor, just mop the floor. Then you saw the Thunder Jazz yesterday. A much higher scoring game than I anticipated. And you saw Paul George play one of his best games of the season. 36 points yesterday and 8 3-pointers as well. And Russell Westbrook's looking around going, hey, this is what happens when I have somebody else that can alleviate some of the scoring load. I don't know what the Jazz are going to do because, listen, the Jazz played a pretty damn good offensive game. But if the Thunder can continue to get that type of offensive balance, they are going to be hard to stop, at least at home in this series. Now, when it switches to Salt Lake City, I think it's going to be a different type of series, and I don't think that series is anywhere close to being over because, again, the Thunder are so damn inconsistent. But anyway, we've got going tonight. The first game, of course, Miami and Philadelphia. That's going to be my best bet. I have two best bets today. Miami and Philadelphia, and the other one is in the stock market, where earlier today I sold my entire position in Netflix. Netflix announcing earnings at the close of the bell. Right now, let's see, it is 3:45 Eastern time as I'm doing this update, and Netflix is down. Let me just see here. What's the latest stock ticker? It's trying to rally because down like $5, $5.40 or so. It was down $6.40 earlier today. My guess, I'm guessing, since I sold my position entirely, liquidated all my holdings in the stock earlier today, my guess is that after the bell, the market is going to react negatively. I think they're going to match their first quarter earnings, but because of the amount of money that they're going to spend for new programming, it's going to give people a little pause, even though their growth is probably going to look great with international numbers. I'll bet you the stock still declines, and just going out on a limb, because Netflix is a stock that I buy, sell constantly the past 2 years, so I follow it like crazy. My guess is the second quarter, not going to be a stock that you're going to be invested in, because when it comes to second quarter comps versus a year ago, their guidance, it's going to be hard to match how good it was a year ago. I think long term it's a great stock to have, but not one for right now. There you go. There's my stock tip of the day. Boom, we move forward. Let's talk about this Miami-Philadelphia game. I can tell you that the big play tonight is from Eric Schrader, who not only is going for winning day number 58 out of 97 and 43 out of 71, and he's made $10 bettors a little over $19,000 over the past 96 days, coming off back-to-back 109 winners, number 19 out of 28 on the Warriors on Saturday, number 20 out of 29 on Oklahoma City last night, and you got both for over half price off. Tonight, the first ever 200-dime NBA play of his career since he joined this site over a year and a half ago, and it is on... I made a mistake on the website. I got to go back and fix it. It is on the Miami-Philadelphia game. You get it for over half price off by using coupon code ERIC, his first name. Okay, let's talk about the Golden State-San Antonio contest here tonight. Listen, the Warriors won game number 1, 113-92. Warriors, of course, had a 4-game sweep in the Western Conference Finals of San Antonio last season. No reason they couldn't do it again, right, in this first round series, because I thought it was very key, very clutch that Steve Kerr decided to go ahead and go with a much more aggressive defensive unit and emphasize defense in the opener of the series, because that is where he had been most critical of his team down the home stretch of the and in the entire second half of the season. Because I think if I remember what I put in my analysis on Saturday, which was a hell of a long time ago if you ask me, this year in terms of defensive efficiency, the Warriors were number 9 in the overall league rankings, but in the second half of the season after the All-Star break, they would slip to number 14. So Kerr decided to start Andre Iguodala and JaVale McGee and surround them with Draymond Green, who, of course, is a very good defensive player, along with Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. That was his starting 5, the first time he started that unit all season long. And their defensive intensity definitely showed. Jumped out to the big first quarter lead. I think it was 14 points. Spurs couldn't do anything offensively in that game. Their leading scorer, LaMarcus Aldridge, 5 for 12 in the game, finished with just 14 points. He was their only starter in double-figure scoring. The other 4 starters combined for only 19 points in that game. Now, offensively, Iguodala didn't do much, but surprisingly, McGee, in just 16 minutes, was very active offensively. I think he finished with 16 points and 4 rebounds in the game. Kevin Durant, 24 points, 7 assists. Klay Thompson, 27 points. Draymond Green, typical line score for him, 12 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds. Warriors shot 54.3%. Spurs shot 40%. Warriors out-rebounded them 57-40. The ball movement by the Warriors, 32 assists on their 44 field goals. After the game, Greg Popovich, who, if I was a reporter, I would just get so sick of him. The surly, smart-ass remarks. Some people find them cute. They love playing them after the games and stuff. But after a while, don't you just want to tell them, don't show up? Just seriously, who wants to hear your bullshit after a while? You know what I'm talking about. He said that his team had that deer in the headlight look. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? You're probably going to put Gasol in the starting lineup tonight to get a little more offense. That's what you should do. Jamal Murray's probably going to have a little better game when he had only 8 points in the opener. But is it going to make a difference? Because I think the Warriors can actually play better offensively, so that's going to counteract anything the Spurs do offensively. The line's about the same, 9.5 points in this game, and I don't see anything different for the outcome of game number 2 than I do in game number 1. So why not go ahead and lay the points once again with the Warriors in this one? Again, I had a 15-time best bet on Golden State in game number 1. I think the free play has got to be Golden State in game number 2. So that's how you play it. Wish you well. Talk to you again on Tuesday.